Welcome! In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this BougeRV 200 watt shade tolerant N-type monocrystalline solar panel. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. So we'll get this unboxed here. The panel looks good. It has this really thick cardboard here protecting it. Plus the panel itself is going to be very durable. It also has this very dense foam corner protectors and foam on the edges. So here we have a spec sheet. Maximum power on this is 200 watts plus or minus 5%. Efficiency of the cells is 25%. Max power voltage is 31 volts plus or minus 5%. Max current is 6.45 amps plus or minus 5%. Open circuit voltage is 36.4 volts plus or minus 5%. Short circuit current is 6.77 amps plus or minus 5%. And max system voltage is 1000 volts. This has MC4 connectors for connecting it to your system. And it has some screw locations on the back. And we also have a user manual, and it has pretty much general information, it looks like. So here we have the specs again. This talks about connecting them in series and parallel, and we have some frequently asked questions. Looks like that's it there. Let me get some measurements on this. So it's a little over 30 1/4 by a little over 50 inches. So it's maybe 50 1/8 or 50 1/4 inches. The panel itself is 1 3/16 inches thick. If I turn this around, we can see the MC4 connectors here, and we can also see mounting holes around the perimeter. Now this is a shade tolerant panel. So the best thing you can do for a panel is put it on a system that can track with the sun and face the sun at all times. But that's not ideal in the real world. These things can be mounted on roofs or on vehicles, vans, RVs, and sometimes you have shade from a tree covering half the panel. With a traditional solar panel, having a shade on part of the panel can drop the whole panel to zero. A shade tolerant panel like this can still produce electricity in those conditions. So I'll get this set up with my battery and we'll do some testing. Okay, so I have this out on my driveway and I have a extension cord. It's an MC4 extension cord, and I have that connected up to my power station. And it's very overcast right now, and we're pulling in around 23 watts. Now if we had a 100 watt panel of the same variety, we'd only be pulling in maybe 12 watts. So even with it very overcast right now, we are charging the battery. It is slow, but at least it's doing something. Now this is also flat on the ground. A panel is most efficient when it's perpendicular to the sun, but I'm going to test this flat because that's how it would be on top of a car or RV. So with any panel, you're not going to expect to get the exact rating of the panel, but that is the max you can get out of it. So I'll let this sit a bit, and then when the sun comes back out, hopefully we'll check this again. Okay, so it's been about 2 hours. The battery's at 8%, but where I had the panel was shaded too much. It was actually overcast the whole day. Now the sun has come out and the tree has shaded the entire driveway. So I moved the panel into full sun, and I'm getting about 148 watts. So we're getting about 75% of the capacity. Now I'll say this is pointed straight up, and the sun is to the south, so this is not the optimum way to aim the panel, and I'm still getting 75% of the panel's capacity. That's excellent. Now let's check out some of the shade tolerant properties. So I have a piece of cardboard, and I'll just cover up parts of the panel. Now depending on how it's covered, it will determine how much you're going to lose. And covering this much of the panel in this fashion took me down to 10 watts. So let's do a different kind of shading. So this simulates if a tree branch was covering the side, and I'm at about 92, 93 watts here. So we dropped, but we didn't drop completely. If I was using this to charge up a battery to, say, power a portable fridge, this is plenty of electricity to help maintain that battery. Now when I first had that cardboard on there, I was covering up 4 rows or columns, however you want to call it, 16 cells. This time I'm doing 8, and we're still bringing in 60 watts. So it obviously took out quite a bit of the panel, but we still have a lot coming in. With a traditional panel, this might go down to 0 or even the single digits. So here I covered up some in the middle, and now we're at about 80 watts. Now with it uncovered, we're up to 132. So that's the BougeRV 200 watt shade tolerant type N monocrystalline solar panel. This solar panel would be excellent to put on a boat, RV, camper, or van. It's a rigid panel so you can mount it with mounting tabs or a roof rack. It uses standard MC4 connectors so you can connect it up to pretty much any system with proper adapters. And with the shade tolerance, you're going to optimize your charging even in less than ideal conditions. A few years ago, I went camping with a solar panel on my car and had it parked in the parking lot at the campsite. And many parts of the day I had partial shade on my panel, and it just did not get optimum charging. With a panel like this, I could have got much better charging, and I wouldn't have to have worried about my battery going dead. So if you're looking for a very versatile solar panel, I think this is a great option. That's all I'm going to cover in this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.